Obviously, drugs were so prominent in cycling during that era. Were you concerned at all about other people? I mean, you guys you're competing against, that they might be using drugs? Or
So
did you feel there was
your people and how they got big or how they got fast and how fast they got fast
Yes.
over the years, and sometimes you had a question mark, but you can't point with your finger on this athlete, because then they say, oh, Norman did the bike record,
Right.
06, and then they say, oh, there was a picture training with Jan Ulrich. Of
Right.
course, cycling was so huge here and so famous. I had Powerbar as a sponsor and Team Telekom too. So I got invited by CB Slufchik
Yes.
to train with an Uli Schoberer from SRM, to train with T-Mobile in Mallorca. So of course I trained with him. And then, oh yeah, he got so fast because of T-Mobile, la 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 la. It's yeah, you can't throw with stones in a glass house.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. It is tough.
No, but for most of the guys, I would put my hands in fire. So
Exactly.
yeah. You know how they got big and where they started, and like Jan, look at his vita.
Yes.
So long, Olympic distance, national team, and also Sebi. Sebi, I raced him when he was really little. So yeah, but also there are some guys there's a question mark, but yeah.
In 2011, you have to have heart surgery. And how long had you been dealing with it before you realized that this was serious? And I'm sure you had some issues before that you now look back and go, that was heart issues.
I had one day.
One day?
One day. I had no idea. And I went to the doctor for a regular checkup.
Yeah.
And they said, you have a 7-hour surgery now. I had no idea.
So there wasn't you didn't notice anything in your training and racing, nothing?
I noticed it 2 days before when we did a training camp in close to Heidelberg.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks before I did the Kraichgau, was a challenge race that year.
Mm-hmm.
And yes. I was leading with Sebastian, and I had a flat tire, but nothing to change. So for half Ironman, I don't take a spare tire with me.
Sure.
And then I dropped out, and I went to Zarautz for a 3-star in Baskenland in Spain.
Yeah.
A week after, because I had a good form, and my rear shifter broke. Rear derailleur.
Yeah, derailleur.
Broke. Yeah. Never happened. So I was really pissed. And I went home and said to my team, to the Dresdner team, we do a training camp in Heidelberg. We have to train together. That's the first time I felt like sick. I couldn't breathe. We did a swim test and I stopped after 50 meters. And I thought, okay, maybe the wetsuit is too tight.
Yeah.
So, and I started without a wetsuit, didn't work. And then I joined the guys for the bike ride and they dropped me. All my members, they dropped me on the bike. And I said, something is wrong. Stopped it. Went to the doctor next morning and did a checkup, and they said you have a 7-centimeter aneurysm.
And that pretty much led to your retirement from the sport. How hard was that for you to?
I was 38.
Yes. Yeah.
My wife was pregnant 6 months with our second one. Armand was 2, and I knew I would have a 7 hours open heart surgery, and coming back or getting back into shape will take a while.
Right.
So, and I was in hospital. The only person I called was my boss at the bank. My team boss from. So we changed from Dresdner to Commerzbank because Dresdner got bankrupt.
Yeah.
So we changed the name to Commerzbank, and I called them. I said I will retire. I will have a 7-hour surgery soon or in a few hours, and they couldn't believe. And I called my parents and I told them not to come, and I will see them after the surgery. And and I got a letter to leave the hospital for I think 2 hours. with a doctor, and we drove to Mannheim, pick up my stuff. I said goodbye to my wife and to my little boy, and then back to the hospital, and then I had a surgery. And my aortic valve was completely open, and my aorta was 7 centimeters wide.